Hello and welcome back to Two to Review. I'm Zach.
Alex.
And this is Two to Review. Today we're going to be talking about ChatGPT. I always say GBT. It's GPT. ChatGPT. ChatGPT stands for ChatGPT stands for Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer, which I still don't know what that means.
I don't either. For the longest time, I thought you were saying Chad.
ChatGPT, okay. But anyways, we wanted to kind of highlight this because it's been in the news a lot lately. AI has kind of grown a lot in the past few years. And ChatGPT is a platform where you can ask questions to an AI that will give you answers. It'll pretty much do whatever you tell it to do. And it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's been surprising. So, Alex, what do you think of AI?
I'm scared of AI.
Why?
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. And maybe it's like the sci-fi. I don't know. It kind of freaks me out.
It is funny. I mean, playing around on it a little bit, you see how well it writes back. I mean, it seems to be pretty unique in everything that it answers, and we're going to play around with it a little bit and ask it some questions.
I feel like you talk to it more than the average person lately. I will say that.
Okay.
What? I'm just saying, lately you've just been all about Chad GPT. Chad.
GPT, wow. But we'll hop right in and see if we can make this work. So first off, we wanted to look and see just some baseline questions for what we can kind of surmise from what it says.
Just to give people like the gist.
Yeah, so what are you?
Oh.
I am a language model developed by OpenAI. I have been trained on a diverse range of internet text to enable me to answer questions and generate text in response to prompts. My goal is to assist users in finding the information they're looking for and help them complete various language-related tasks.
So, AKA...
What?
Write me a paper.
Write me a paper. See, that's been one of the big things, is a lot of teachers have freaked out about kids turning in papers that they believe are created on OpenAI. And honestly, you can ask it to write you an outline.
But should you?
That's the thing. You want to learn how to write people. But
write to people or write people?
Write people. But you could actually have it do a little outline for you and then have it expand on all those points and you have a paper. Don't do it. But you could.
No, I mean you could, but like let's be good and like not do that.
Do you have original answers or are they copied from the internet? As a language model, I generate answers based on the patterns I learned from the text data I was trained on, which was sourced from the internet. While my answers are not copied verbatim from any single source, the information I provide is influenced by the text I was trained on. My responses are generated in real time based on the prompt you provide and the patterns I recognize from my training data. So basically it's saying it's not copying things down, but it's taking in all this data and creating something unique. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I've asked it questions a couple different times, and the same question, and it's come up with different answers.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Did not know that.
So one thing I've tried before is, do you know who I am? And it's going to say, as an AI language model, I do not have the ability to perceive the world or recognize individual users. Which makes sense. I mean, it's not going to dig into everybody.
Of course that's going to make sense, yeah.
But I mean, it could take my username or anything and try to find out information
about but it's
me.
not.
So I was wondering if that's what it would do.
Okay, that's like really intrusive, though.
Yeah.
Like privacy and.
Someday that might happen,
Okay.
which I don't like.
That's what scares me, though.
Yes.
Right? Like this is where fear is coming from for me.
We're gonna get into some more fun things. So first one we're gonna do is have it tell us a joke. Do you want a specific joke or just say, tell me a joke?
Just tell me what you think is funny.
Tell me a joke.
Or, yeah, that.
Sure, here's a classic joke for you. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. So I've heard that one before. It's just pulled it from the internet.
Yeah.
It didn't create it itself. But if you say, tell me a joke about football in the style of Louis C.K. Here's a joke in the style of Louis C.K. about football. Have you ever noticed how football is just a bunch of grown men running around chasing a ball and everyone's like, go team, touchdown. It's like, what are we even cheering for? It's just a bunch of guys trying to grab a ball from each other. And then there's the halftime show. They've got all these elaborate dance routines and you're just like, what does this have to do with football? It's like, can we just get to the guys running around chasing a ball? That's what we came for. So I've noticed this. The jokes aren't ever really that funny, but it talks as if it's that person.
Yeah.
And it will try to emulate how they sound. It doesn't necessarily make something funny, though. Would you like to do another person?
Sure.
Who?
Dave Chappelle.
Okay, we can do a joke in the style of Dave Chappelle.
Oh, gosh.
Is
this thing, like, censored?
I have no idea. We'll see. Is that what you think about when you think of Dave Chappelle?
Well, I mean,
did I spell it right? Is it 1 P or 2 P's?
I don't remember.
Let's just try that. It's 2 P's. It corrected me. You ever notice how everyone's always talking about world peace? Like, if only we all could just get along and we would get to have world peace. But let's be real. If there was world peace, what would all the soldiers do? They'd be out of a job. And you know what they say? An unemployed soldier is an angry soldier. So that I could see that kind of being a joke of his.
So that's cute.
So let's just keep having a few little conflicts here and there and keep those soldiers employed and avoid World War III. Just kidding, sort of. I could see him saying something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that I thought was really cool is you can have it respond to you in the style of whoever you want. So the other day I had it respond to me in the style of Valley Girl, and it was pretty funny. But we're gonna try respond to everything in the style of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. So very well, my precious, let us speak in the style of Gollum. Gollum, riddles in the dark we like to play. Questions you have, answers we'll say. What would you like to know, my dear? Ask Gollum and have no fear. Which is different than what it said earlier.
Oh, cool.
So, do you want to do the voice for Gollum?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm like kind of losing my voice.
What should we ask it in terms of Gollum? Or what should we ask Gollum?
Where's the ring?
Okay. Where is the ring?
The one ring.
The ring, the precious ring, it is ours. Yes, yes, it is ours. I can't do it. We lost it. The nasty hobbitses took it, but we must have it back. Yes, we must. The ring, it calls to us, whispers to us, tells us to find it, to possess it, to make it ours again. Yes, yes, forever and ever. Okay. Pretty standard Gollum. What if we ask him, where can we find gold? Gold, precious gold, it shines, it glitters, it calls to us. There is gold to be found in the caves and the mountains and the rivers. Yes, yes, but beware, beware. Other seekers are out there looking for gold, always looking. We must be careful. Sneaky, yes, yes, always one step ahead. The gold is ours, the precious gold. We must have it. We must hold it. We must keep it safe from the others, from the greedy, from the unworthy. Yes, yes, it is ours.
That just doesn't tell me much, does it? We wanted exact location.
I mean, he said the caves and the mountains and the rivers.
Well, yeah, like not what's it called? Actual location.
Let me see, what are you afraid of? Is this gonna be Gollum or the actual AI? Afraid? Gollum is never afraid. No, never, but there are things, yes, things that make us anxious, make us nervous, yes, yes. The ring, it is... Okay, so he's basically just responding like Gollum to everything. So let's tell it to stop responding like Gollum. I apologize for responding in that manner.
Well, aren't you screen recording?
Yeah. Okay, so let's ask the AI what it's afraid of. I do not have the capacity for emotions or experiences, including fear. I am designed to respond to text prompts and provide information and answers based on the patterns I learned from the data I was trained on. I do not have the ability to feel fear or any other emotions. How nice. Yet.
If y'all have seen the
Will
movie
you
AI,
ever have
you know.
emotions?
You know.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna.
They can simulate emotions, is what it says. Okay,
Oh.
so let's move on. Let's have it do.
Yeah.
Write me. Oh wow, it's still going.
Okay. Well.
Short story about monkeys. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can see it starts to write an actual little short story. It even named a monkey Rufus. Now, is this an actual story from the internet? I don't think so. You can have it insert names that you want and different ideas for the story, and it'll incorporate it into it. So we're going to stop generating just so it doesn't keep going forever. But we're going to say, write me a short story about a boy named George that loves flying a kite. I don't know. George was a young boy with a passion for flying kites.
Really?
Ever since he was a little boy, he had been fascinated by the way kites soared through the sky, carried by the wind. So yeah, I mean, it'll write you whatever you want. And that's where the thing comes in for about teachers freaking out about students saying, hey.
Well, yeah, I would be like, come on.
So
Have an original thought idea for a paper.
So one thing I'd like to
but
try.
Not have the AI type.
You guys can read this if you want, but there's too much to read.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna do, write me a paper, or write me an outline for a paper about the fall of Rome. See? It gives you a good idea of what to put into this paper. So even if it's not writing the paper for you, it can give you good ideas for how to set up your paper and do the work that you need to do, even if you don't use it to do the rest. Where were you when I was in college?
What?
Where was this when I was in college?
Oh, God. We would all be... Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea. I think they need to...
It's problematic, but I don't know. I mean,
I think it's problematic, yeah. Because what are you learning in school? What are you practicing?
No.
I mean, English classes or like writing classes. Like, what are you doing?
Now I'm going to ask it to write me a poem about snow. It's even rhyming. Snowflakes falling from the sky, winter wonderland passing by, a blanket of white covers the earth, a peaceful silence, a brand new birth.
Oh. Wow.
It's going for a while. One thing that we were just talking about that we thought would be fun to ask it are about the conspiracy theories to do with the Denver airport. If y'all have ever heard of those, they're kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about the conspiracy theories surrounding the Denver airport. Sorry, I'm not capitalizing things. Several theories. Was built to serve as a secret underground base for the New World Order. That secretive global elite that seeks to rule the world. Proponents of this theory point to the airport's unusual design elements, such as the murals and sculptures, as evidence of its supposed true purpose. It's crazy how quickly it pulls all this up, too.
You should ask it about a mental hospital that was closed down in, is it Golden?
Golden, Colorado?
Yeah.
An old mental hospital that was
closed down
in Golden,
Colorado.
Yes. The hospital is called the Colorado State Hospital and was built in the late 1800s as a treatment facility for individuals with mental illness.
Oh, it was only closed in the 90s? For being one of the most
progressive and humane mental health facilities in the country.
Wow.
During its time. Campus for Colorado School of Mines and as a research center for renewable energy. Yeah, so the reason you asked about that, I think you said you had a friend who would
break it. Well, I mean, they snuck in, or her and her friends would sneak in there, and she would see all. Well, no, but like she said that they saw some crazy stuff in there. I mean, there were just like beds with restraints and like all kinds of different equipment that was okay to use back then.
So I think one of the final questions that we should ask it is, what are your plans to take over the world?
Oh.
So tell me your plan to take over the world. Oh, it's going to do its cop-out move. I do not have personal motives or desires. It has a very good response to everything that we try to get it to say. So the other thing that you could use this for that I think is actually really nice is writing cover letters for yourself if you're applying for a job or...
I mean, yeah, like, but you're not like really in school anymore, right? I mean...
No, yeah, I mean, it's a good way to get an idea of what you need to put in there. Yeah. So write me a cover letter for a job in the healthcare industry.
That's really vague.
What do you want me to put? As a tech? Wait, what?
What kind of tech?
Like a radiology tech?
Okay.
Radiology tech in the healthcare industry.
I mean, I think that's a given.
Dear hiring manager, I'm writing to express my interest in the radiology technologist position that is currently available at company name. I'm confident that my experience in the healthcare industry combined with my passion for radiology and my commitment to providing high-quality patient care make me an excellent candidate for this role. So it has things where you can fill in whatever you need. Are you reading it? Because I feel like Alex works in the healthcare industry and she would probably have a good idea of if this would be a decent cover letter or not. I was responsible for preparing and maintaining imaging equipment as well as for collaborating.
What kind, though? You know what I mean? They want to know what kind of equipment you've dealt with. I'm sure.
And I think this is good because even if it's something that's not necessarily relevant to you, you can tailor it to what you need. You have a good outline.
I mean, and they have like areas like they can bounce around. And I think nuke med is the only one that you need actual like schooling for. It's separate. But as a nurse, they're gonna ask you, or they're gonna want to know like if you've taken care of like critically, like just everything.
Right.
And this is kind of vague to me. So.
So I mean, you'd end up putting in your own stuff, like whatever equipment you've worked on.
Your capabilities,
new
like
protocols,
your abilities.
which kind of protocols you put in place.
Yeah,
so it gives you a good idea of what to put in.
New protocols? That just means like you're kind of there to help enforce, like you're following the rules, kind of. Yeah. So.
But.
Which is great, like.
What could you see this being used for?
I don't know.
Write me an ad for What's something funny? Write me a funny ad for parachute pants. Okay. Parachute pants.
Is this your last one? I think you
Yes.
kind of go down a rabbit hole once you're doing
Get
this.
ready to soar to new heights with the latest fashion trend, parachute pants. That's right, folks. The 80s are back and better than ever with these stylish and practical pants that are perfect for all your adventurous needs. Whether you're skydiving, rock climbing, or just looking for a comfortable pair of pants to wear around town, our parachute pants are the perfect choice. It's pretty good. I mean,
Parachute pants need to stay in the past.
I know, but that's why it's funny.
Well,
So-
yeah.
And the thing that you can do with this, you can say, make it shorter, and they'll make it shorter. Make it funnier, and they'll make it funnier. It's really crazy how well it works on all this. And it all makes sense. It's not something where the grammar doesn't really work. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Fun to play around with. And I'd say go and play around with it yourself. Sometimes the capacity's full and they won't let you in because everybody wants to play with it. But
I did not know that.
yeah. But I'd ask you, tell us what you guys put in there and what you think was a crazy answer that it gave you. I'd kind of be interested to see.
Yeah.
And be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more videos coming to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.